And joining me now from Capitol Hill is CBS News political correspondent Ed O'Keefe. Ed, thank you for being with us. Senator Isakson was asked about Jackson's hearing this morning. I want to play that response.
Sure.
The nominee deserves the chance to be heard. The president deserves the right for him to be heard, and the veterans deserve it. We do our job. So I'm not going to answer hypothetical what ifs at all. We're going to give him a good hearing, make the right decision, and move forward, and we're going to do it in our schedule, not anybody else's.
Thank you. Not the best audio there, but with all this controversy, what would a fair hearing look like? And are Republicans likely to vote in favor of this nominee despite the accusations?
Too early to say whether the Republicans would vote for him, Tanya, and we discovered today there is a split among them about whether or not a hearing should ever be held. Chairman Isakson, who oversees the committee that would hear from him, certainly thinks there should be a hearing, and a fair one would be one where he comes, answers questions, gets asked about these accusations, and gets to explain himself. But you talk to other Republicans, like Senator John Thune, who's the third-ranking Republican in the Senate, and he admitted that patience is wearing, as he put it, very thin among Republicans specifically, with the fact that the White House continues to send up nominees who run into trouble, as the doctor has. Do
they seem to not be doing their due diligence before presenting these nominees? Is that part of the problem, do you think?
If by they you mean the White House, yes, that is the problem. In the case of Jackson, it's been reported that there was no formal vetting of him and his background, although understandably there could have been some presumptions about the fact that as a Navy Rear Admiral, he clearly would have been vetted or sort of been looked after by the Defense Department through the years. White House also pointed out on Tuesday that he did clear an FBI background check, as is required for all cabinet secretaries. That alone would have stopped him in his tracks. But beyond that, there have been a few other inquiries into the office that he was overseeing, but nothing that ever rose to a real serious investigation or warranted any actual action taken against him.
Right. So, Ed, at this point, the White House is defending Jackson, but the president did leave the door open to withdrawing himself. What do you make of that?
Sure. So remember that the president sort of vociferously supported him, said this is the guy, he should be confirmed as quickly as possible. He gets asked about this during his news conference with the French president, says, gosh, why would anyone ever want to do that? That's sort of typical here one day, gone the next from the president that we've seen on all sorts of things. But I think it also signaled, as it has with previous personnel moves, that the president at least has his doubts. In this case, because we know the doctor made such an impassioned plea to the president in the Oval Office, asking that the nomination continue and that he get to the point where he gets to tell his side of the story, the president felt, well, if you're willing to do it, we'll go ahead with it for now.
All right. Well, Ed O'Keefe in Washington, thank you.